So Mike, you had that surge out of halftime. I think you cut it to 1 and then just kind of couldn't quite find that final push. Just maybe what wasn't there in terms of riding that momentum but not being able to kind of get control of the game back fully.
Well, I thought the biggest play is when we were down 2 doing that surge, and Malik had it on the right block, left block, and McKenzie had just hit a 3 from a play we had designed, and he was sitting right there, and I don't know if you saw him or not, but he went into a bad shot, and they came back and hit a 3, and we never recovered from that point on. But I thought if that pass had been made and Mac gets another look at it, there's a chance we go up 1. But I thought that was the biggest play, along with, not making free throws. I mean, a close game, when you scrapping and scraping, you gotta make free throws, man. We were 9 for 22, I think. We were 12 for 21, so that's just not good in close games.
Mike, on your left in town.
Malik falls out in 2 fouls in 9 seconds, his second straight game. Have you talked to him? I mean, those problems seem to be a little past him, but I mean, now they're kind of rearing their head again. Have you seen anything in the last 2 games that kind of, you're a little frustrated with in terms of the frequency of fouls?
Well, I wasn't happy with him after the game, and I mean, after he had the 2, I thought the 3rd foul it came so fast. I mean, he reached over the guy, and he didn't, at the time, didn't think he fouled, but I thought it was a foul. And the 5th foul came so fast, I couldn't get him out, from the bump up top in the pick and roll. So, I mean, we just gotta keep working with him because we need him on the basketball floor. The guy has played well this season for our ball club, and, being our second leading scorer, second leading rebounder, we need him on the floor, especially coming down the stretch.
Tom on your left and Todd.
Mike, you guys gave up 14 offensive rebounds again. I know that's been kind of a problem all year long. It's not necessarily a big team outside the big guy. How frustrating was that for you? And then also only forced 3 turnovers the whole game.
Well, again, I thought the 50-50 balls they beat us to tonight, and we played smaller. When Malik got in foul trouble early, we went small. And then coming down the stretch, I had McKenzie at the 4. So, I mean, we have to utilize our strengths when we're on the floor, being big, but it didn't help us tonight.
Todd and Mike.
Mike, you mentioned a little bit of this with regards to Malik, but it seemed like the ball was sticking a little bit when the ball went into him in the paint, maybe a few others as well. How do you try to work the team out of that to get the team to see the open players that day?
Well, I thought early on, when the game started, we got good looks based on how they double teamed the ball. We just didn't make shots early. I mean, we had some really good looks. Gallo I can look back, I had 3 wide open ones that he made 1 of the 3. And McKenzie didn't make any early on. So, I mean, these are shots that when our guys are being double teamed, Gabe made 1, they gotta step up and knock them down. And then it takes a little pressure off of the guys being double teamed. We can start making shots when they are double teamed. But I thought coming down the stretch, running our pick and roll game, we were able to open it up a little bit when we went small to get McKenzie and CJ, who didn't make 1, but good looks. Gallo had some good looks coming down the stretch as well as Gabe. So we just got to keep working, man. I mean, it's frustrating because I thought we played well enough once we got back into it, and then the free throws bit us in the butt.
Mike, row 2, and then Jeff.
Coach, you mentioned a couple of times McKenzie at the 4 playing small. Is that something you think he could do more down the road here? I know it's tough because you got Khalil and Malik are your top 2 scorers. That makes it hard to play him there, but what's that look like going down?
Yeah, I mean, we can experiment with that a little bit. I mean, it looked pretty good tonight, but they were small too, so it didn't hurt us, but when teams are playing bigger fours, that can be tough for McKenzie as well, and it can be tough for the guy that's possibly guarding him as well too, so something to think about.
Jeff, on your right, last one.
Yeah, Coach, 0.8 points per possession the first half, only 12 points the first 11 minutes. What do you feel is wrong with the offense right now? What needs to change?
Simple, you watched the same game I did, you gotta make shots. You know, we had some good looks and we just didn't knock them down. I mean, there's nothing scientific about it, you know, we moved the ball well enough to get open shots, you gotta step up and make them, it's that simple.
All right, thanks, Coach.